have the team that can do it for you. But we'll talk more about that later. Laurel, I believe if you just unmute yourself, it looks like you're muted. Then you can come on and chat away. If not, we can get started and she can jump in when she can. I know she's calling in, so just a few technical difficulties, not a big deal. What are we going to talk about today, Steve?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jump into it.
While we get Laura rolling on here, there's a couple of things that we wanted to touch on today that was based off monetizing your database. So those of you that joined us last week for Rapid Marketing System, we dove into how to monetize the database, which talked over a couple of different things. We talked about how you can focus on who are the people in your database, what are you selling, what's your product, what's your service, who are you, what are you an expert in? And then we also talked about how you need to be creating content to be able to engage your audience as you move them through your funnel. And one of the things that's going to separate today's talk track from last week's is, well, what's virtual selling? So let's talk about that. And then also, let's talk about how you can leverage virtual selling to monetize that database once you have it. Once we get Laurel on here in just a moment, she's going to talk about the importance of having in the database, where you can get it, why you need it. And as we progress through today's call as well, jump into the chat, let us know what questions you're having, and we can walk through those as well. So let's start with, what is virtual selling? How can you harness virtual selling? How can you engage your database? So,
and last week it was actually one of our best conversations we had on here, and I think people really started getting it. Laurel went on a rant about the importance of a database and why you have to have one. Like, that's literally the gold in your business. So we're going to continue that with talking about how you turn those into dollars, how you turn the things you do on social media, how do you, all of that stuff, out there doing whatever social media strategy you have, whatever really it's inbound marketing strategy that you have, whether you're blogging, creating videos, doing YouTube, doing social, all of that stuff, that it's great to do all that work, but until you bring them over to your database, they're just cool vanity metrics. They don't actually mean any dollars to you, and you're in business to make money. Everybody knows that. It's okay. You can do that. You're not out here just to be a social butterfly. There's a purpose, and that is to help your clients get to where they need to be, fulfill whatever it is that you solve in their life or world, depending on if you're B2B or C2C. So yeah, definitely we need to take that conversation forward. Do we have slides today, Steve?
I don't have any slides prepped today because we're only going to be on for about 20 or 30 minutes. And the main point of today's conversation is to really drive home the database and the need for a database. So let's start with what is virtual selling. So virtual selling is leveraging technology in order to connect with your prospects and your clients. And one of those pieces of technology is leveraging your database and being able to target the people that are actually consuming your content. Quick example, what's the number one thing that happened at the beginning of 2019, right before 2020? The pandemic, right? So everybody who was used to being an in-person salesperson, or you were meeting with—
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
There you are.
Oh, well, I got to go find a plug because I'm going to die on this phone, but yeah. So you keep talking, you were on a roll, and then I'll jump in.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So let's take it back to that example, right? At the beginning of 2019, the pandemic started. And if you were in a space where you were still meeting people for coffee one-on-one, going to the Starbucks and selling your products or services, or still very active in getting meetings off of Craigslist, or however you were sourcing your database, that all changed. We did a 180 and everybody moved to online meetings, to the Zoom space. And now you had to be in a space where you had to continue to sell in an environment that was new to you. And that was only for some. For a lot of us that have been digital nomads, and we use Skype, and then we navigated to Zoom, we use Teams, we use GoTo. There was always this sense of virtual selling, because anytime you get in front of a screen and do a presentation, that's exactly what you're doing. You're there to sell your product. You're there to sell your service. Well, before you can even start virtual selling, you need a database. And if we were to
Like
niche-
seriously,
yeah. So, Laurel, why don't you jump in a little bit more and just talk
I
more
will.
about that database and how important it is for people to have.
Well, I think if, like a lot of times we've been really on this corporate rant, which we will stay on the rest of our lives, because if you're not living corporate life, you can't do any of the deductions. You can't do what we talk about. And I got to say, at the same point, we probably, back in the day, should have been just as rigorous with you guys getting a database, because like my son's 23, graduated with finance accounting degrees, now in Congress, starting to meet tons of people in different categories, whether it's a congressman, a senator, FBI agent, Secret Service. And so like he's 23, and for $297, he is going to get himself a database. That's how it's critical. Like you start your life with a database. Your phone can't handle it. Social media is a joke. I mean, I shouldn't say it's a joke. It's a tool to get people to your database. It is not where you live and breathe. And if you watch every entertainer or professional athlete that just lives on social media, the minute their notoriety goes down, guess what? People find a new person they want to follow. And they never took all that time to capture millions and millions and millions of followers, or even hundreds of thousands of followers. And they have to go into a database, and a database. So I want you to show that 7-minute video, Steve, because it's so pivotal. Like, I don't get it. Like if you get out of bed and brush your teeth and drink water, you need a database if you're going to live as an entrepreneur. Now, if you're an employee, totally different game. But if you're an entrepreneur, who do you sell to if you don't have a database? What, your followers? You can't control that.
Or what happens if you get shadow banned, throttled, etc., by a social media platform? Happens to a lot of people when they get big enough. What was that?
Oh, I just said, if I said you can't, I don't know where, if I just got shut out some weird way, but I said, if like you get up and brush your teeth, like start your life, you got to have a database. Like you should be tracking every person you've ever met in your entire life in a database. How'd you meet them? Where did you meet them? Did they ever buy from you? And as you become an entrepreneur, that's who you go back to over and over and over. I left the Kiyosaki organization, Rich Dad Poor Dad, with 18,000 people who bought a game or a Rich Dad Poor Dad book, or like cash flow, like 101 or 202, and then the kids cash flow. All of 18,000 people bought stuff from me. So when I said, I'm done, I want to go on my own, 1999 was a millionaire, 2000. And I already had a database, but I started this, who you all see, with 18,000 people to sell to. That's how simple it is. But if you don't track them and they're on social media, again, the algorithms are going to throw you out and you're not going to actually win. I can sell, I don't know if I got all excited about something else. I mean, for February, Love and Money, guess what? Yeah, we sold Love and Money products. They weren't mine, they were somebody else's. So go ahead, Andrew, you're going to cut into that.
Yeah, but I mean, so we're talking about virtual selling with your database. So obviously there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. But the reason you have it in your database, you can sell on social media, sure. But what happens if your account gets shut down? What happens if you say the wrong thing, God forbid these days, and you get shadow banned, throttled, etc.? What happens if they find out your political affiliations? I don't know if you paid attention, but in the last 2 years, it has happened to both sides, right and left. People are getting their millions of followers basically don't know who they are anymore because nobody will allow your content to go out to them, or you get banned completely from the platform and you're not above it. Remember, they did it to the president of the United States. So no matter which side you're on, that's pretty huge when a social media company cuts off the president's account and doesn't allow him or her to speak to their populace, right? So that's why you own your database and you back it up, right? So no matter what happens, even if, let's say, the database company somehow goes under, you've got it backed up. You can go and jump into another one, load that up into your database at home on your computer. It doesn't matter. You have phone numbers, you have names, emails, and you have their interest level and what they bought from you, etc., so that you can continue to have meaningful conversations that lead to sales. I'm sure everyone on the call has a cell phone. You probably get
That's your
messages
initial
on
database.
your cell phone company all the time, but they're not meaningful engagement. They're just ads that they're texting you, right? They don't really work that well. You have to be engaged with these people. And that's where your database comes in handy, and it allows you to duplicate yourself. You don't have to do one-on-one work. Steve, you want to chime in on that?
Yep, absolutely. So that video that Laurel mentioned, it's going to tie in a couple of different things because
Yeah.
as you formulate your database, meaning that you have people's contact information, first names, last name, emails, phone numbers, all of that is going to be in one central location. The benefits of then being able to go from your database and go into virtual selling is that you're going to be able to reach everybody in that audience. You're going to be able to personalize experiences for them through automation, through email marketing, through text messaging. And those are just some of the tools.
Yep.
The
Well,
main,
and
yep, go ahead, Laurel.
no, finish. I'm sorry.
So one of the main benefits is going to be the cost-effective approach from you having a team in sales. So look at it like this. Most CRMs out there, your customer relationship management tools, they will act almost as a virtual assistant. And I say almost because there's a lot of them. You go and Google what's the best CRM to use today, or what's the top CRM to use today. You're going to get over 60 or 100 hits, and there's all kinds of different ones out there. They're not all created equal because some of them only have a few components. Some of them have additional add-ons. Before you know it, they start you at free, and then you're at like $700 or $800 with all these different add-ons. So having a truly all-in-one system is not only going to help you leverage virtual selling, you're going to be able to take advantage of all the benefits of virtual selling. But as we said earlier, keeping your audience hooked always on the what and why of your business is what's going to be the number one transaction factor that is going to help you bring in more of that money. So
Before you show it, that I want to give a few examples. So for example, anybody who's a realtor, think about it. Every realtor I know, they would rather spend money, which is a total waste of money, putting their cute little face on a grocery shopping cart. Cute, not effective. None of that stuff's working. So for $297, like, why don't you get everybody you ever meet? The biggest mistake of like anyone in the service industry of being an entrepreneur, whether it's insurance, direct sales, we actually specialize in direct sales, real estate. Like constantly, I find real estate brokers, investors, and agents. And I'm going to speak to like some of these people who are waiting to be our client, but they, don't get it yet. Is the database is where you go looking for investors. The database is where you go look for people to buy your properties or to bring you money. But if you aren't tracking them because they weren't in the mood at the minute you met them at an event or you met them on social media, like if any of you came to me today, I am 2 projects so deep in not over my head, but like so deep, I'm not taking on any projects until 2 projects move. So in the meantime, that doesn't mean I don't want one, but if you don't get my name, phone number, email, everything about me, and then you cater to me, which is called marketing and stalking, all the same, then when I'm ready to buy, you never kept my name. I forgot who you are. You're somewhere in my damn phone. I don't even know, because you can't segment your phone. Not that I've realized. So, but even if you could, you can't do it to the degree that we can do it. So this video is going to show you that. So what if you met me, Andrew, Steve, any of us, and we don't want to buy real estate today, but you know what? I might in a year or two. So you put me on your newsletter list. You put me in your Ask campaign. Like this is our Ask RMS campaign. Last night we did an Ask Laurel campaign. Now I'm in your campaign. Now I'm like, you're giving me weekly or monthly news. Now I know, like, all right, even I don't care if you're in gas and oil. I don't care if you're insurance. I don't care if Tony's probably out there. So I'm still wanting you to do this for trailers because RV parks. I don't care what you're into. If the person, which most people aren't ready in the minute to strike a check or wire you money, and they don't even know you, but that does not preclude you from saying, hey, I have this awesome report for $10. So I'm going to send you this report. I'm going to get you on my mailing list. And when you're ready, we're going to have a conversation. Now you start building and people are following you. I don't care if it's in leadership. I don't care what it is. Most of you do not track in the exact order and structure of tracking. So I don't know how many people have missed being my agent or broker or investing partner because they never put me in their database. And I meet millions. Obviously meet millions of people. And in social media, you can't. I mean, they may fall out. They may put you, like we talked last week, in social media jail, which means you don't even get to ever present to anybody. So the database is a house for everybody you've ever met in your life. I've done this since I was 21 years old. I'm getting my son to do it at 23 years old and build a database of people who are interested in you. Like Logan doesn't have a deal right now. That's my son. But I can tell you, when he has a family office in 5 to 7 years, that he can take your money, invest your money, and make ungodly returns, because that's what he's going to do. you want to be in his database. He wants you in his database. So the database is like, as much as you have a phone is as much as you need a $297 database as an entrepreneur. Now, if you're just out listening to us and you're an employee, interesting. But I'm speaking to, there's a lot of you that are sitting waiting. We're 2 to 3 weeks out. We're April 3rd and 4th from coming into a big table. And people are like, I don't know, do I want to spend 20,000 for a solo or 35,000? You're going to miss meeting anybody if you don't sign. It's like, well, what am I going to do? Well, get a database. Like, you're going to go there and get 100 to 120 people that are interested, not only interested, committed. They have spent $20,000 to $40,000 to be in that room. And you don't want that database? Like, that alone, if all you came is just for the database, you've spent 20 grand to get there. Like, I don't think a lot of you get what causes success. I've been mentored since I was 17 years old. And some of you, you hear it and you're not doing a thing about it. So let's show the video as kind of giving you a little more orientation how critical it is.
Yep, absolutely. So as you're watching this video, keep in your mind, okay, this is going to be something that I use so that I can better understand my audience, so that I can actually create what they want to buy from me and keep engaging them down my funnel. So keep that in mind. Let me go ahead and share that now.
All-in-one CRM and sales and marketing automation platform designed to grow your business. You can automate every step of your customer lifecycle, from collecting leads to nurturing them into clients to creating loyal fans. The result? Next level sales growth and impact. CRM stores all of your customer and prospect data in one place, keeping you and your team on the same page. Each contact record holds all of your contact's details, as well as a complete activity history of all of your interactions with your contact, and you can display this by category or chronologically. You also have quick action buttons available on the contact record, so you can send a text or an email, add notes or tasks, book an appointment, process a purchase, or send an invoice or quote. Segment your contacts into groups or trigger automated messages based on a contact's data and activity. You can also create company records and keep track of contacts on your list that belong to those companies. Harness your lead and client data to get personal at scale, sending the right messages at the right times to leads and clients, all through automation. In the Automation tab, you'll find easy and advanced automation builders. With easy automations, you can set up automation in minutes, like sending appointment reminder texts. The Advanced Automation Builder is a powerful and customizable tool that features a drag and drop builder to help you create advanced processes, like a landing page funnel campaign. Think of the hours you can save each week by automating your repetitive tasks and processes. Automate one-to-one emails and texts at key points in your customer's journey, and send text and email broadcasts to segments of your list to announce promotions or new offerings. Take advantage of our pre-built customizable email templates, merge fields for personalization, and predictive sending so your leads receive the right email at the right time. From the Comms section, you can manage text message conversations with anyone in your contact list. Best of all, you can do it all from your desktop or your mobile device. Keep your business and personal communication separate with a free business phone line you can use on your smartphone. Place and receive calls, listen to voicemail, and send and receive text messages from your desktop or phone. Convert website traffic into leads with a variety of lead capture tools. Use our form builder to create web forms and easily place them on your website. New leads automatically flow directly into your CRM, and this can trigger automations like a welcome email series. Gallery of beautiful landing page templates and our drag and drop landing page builder make it easier than ever to create conversion funnel offers or lead magnet campaigns to boost your sales. Sales Pipeline helps you track and manage deals through every custom pipeline stage specific to your business's sales process. You can automate emails, notifications, tasks, and more, setting them to trigger automatically when you move a deal from one stage to another in your pipeline. Appointments feature syncs with your Google or Outlook calendar and integrates with your Zoom account to create custom booking links. Send the booking links to your contacts by email or text so they can self-schedule their appointments on your calendar. Appointment reminders are sent automatically. Plus, booking an appointment can trigger other automated processes that can be configured in the Automations Builder. You can also send quotes, turn them into invoices, and accept payments. Create a seamless checkout experience with easy-to-use checkout forms and integrations with payment tools like Stripe, PayPal, WePay, QuickBooks, and more. You can set up automatic recurring credit card payments for subscription management and ongoing client relationships. Making the best decision on how to run and grow your business requires data. It's its analytics section with the reporting you need, like list growth, email marketing performance, and revenue trends over time. It includes a host of integrations with some of the most commonly used business applications, like Gmail, Google Calendar, Outlook, QuickBooks, PayPal, Zapier, Facebook Lead Ads, Gravity Forms, DocuSign, Zoom, and GoToWebinar. And that's just the start. Working with entrepreneurs for 20 plus years, we've developed proven tactics and strategies for small business growth. Your expert coach will guide you, helping you move quickly toward your growth goals. Your coach won't just teach you how to use the software, they'll show you how to leverage to take your business to the next level.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Steve. What do we want to do? Do we want to take some questions before we wrap it up?
We want to do some questions, and then again, like Steve, if you want to be like clearer about the offer. So for $297 you start, you take your phone, we're going to help you. Like, we will do it all for you. We have a whole team, put all these leads in your phone and segment into your database. You should probably be thinking about how to even, and some like how to segment. I was going to say, some of you haven't ever done it before. So you just got to get the list over and then say, well, where did I meet people or what category they're in? Because some people are very social and like super like friends and family. I would not, I put them in a friends and family category, and I would not market a lot to them. They're not going to buy from you. They're not the people to buy from. You want to provide all your offers to someone who actually wants what you have. Again, tomorrow we have a marketplace. If you want to put that in the chat, guys. Yeah, and I haven't say it out. So for them just to come live tomorrow, because we are going to go live. What's the link to come join us? Even if you join us from 10 to 12 tomorrow, like that's going to teach you about the millionaire structure. But 3 to 6, what Andrew is going to oversee and runs a marketplace is where you can come make money for free and get leads for more for your database. So talk about the millionaire chance of a little bit tomorrow and how they can come sell stuff and get a whole bunch of leads. Give probably at least 100 people in your database tomorrow, additional. And then 3 weeks later, you do it again and again. I mean, you do this for 1 year. I mean, we're doing 2 times divided by 3, maybe 30. I mean, you're going to have so many leads. You're going to have at least 1,000 leads just from us, much less all your social posting.
Registered for tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that's probably the number one thing that if it's not clearer than Laurel has just said it, I mean, there's no way for you to not be successful with this. So not only are we giving you the opportunity to come and be live with new students, new attendees every 3 weeks for our Millionaire Intensive, those are people that you come to, bring your stuff, sell your stuff, be there, have this system to put your people into, and continue to talk to them until they purchase from you. I mean, that's really why we created Rapid Marketing. So imagine a system that has the CRM that's already included. And most of you that are out there, you probably already have the CRM. So there's a way for us to work with you on that. We'll design that landing page for you. You get that team access to get everything set up and running, which is the number one drawback from you moving forward inside of a CRM, inside of that customer relationship management tool in general. I love to use the phrase of the ClickFunnels effect. People will go and pay $97 a month, $297 a month, and now with even ClickFunnels 2.0, they'll go pay $300-400 a month just to have the system in order for it to sit there, because you still have to go do all the work. You still have to
or $997 if you really want to use ClickFunnels.
Exactly. And there's, I mean, I love you.
But we like it. I mean, we're not
Yeah.
bagging it. It's just like, why would you spend that much money when you don't even have the basics set up?
And you have to build it yourself over there.
Exactly. And even people that go to HubSpot, they're like, well, HubSpot's free. I can go to HubSpot. Well, yes. And then as soon as you bump up, it's $700 a month to actually
The
use.
automation isn't free at HubSpot, just a CRM, one at a time.
Yep.
Sales
So
CRM.
start with the CRM that's included. We'll help you build it the first month, landing page, the actual opt-in funnel. Continue to invite you to our marketplace. You can continue to put leads into the system. So that way you can make sales and make money, virtual selling, so you can actually monetize. And then continue that process so you can build that database and build the business. So when you put it all together, the rapid marketing systems start for $297 a month. What do you get? You get that CRM that's included, like we said. You get the ability to load into 2,500 contacts. Most of you probably already have 500 to 1,000 because you have, I think the last time I looked into my phone, I had close to 1,000 contacts, or I think it's over that, which I've acquired over the years, going to multiple events, meetups, you name it, saving people's information in my phone. And guess what happens? 5 days later, a week later, you get back to your daily habits. You forgot who you even put in there. So putting that those contact information into the system is going to be able to help you continue to communicate with them. You get 2 user licenses. You get the lead generation campaign set up. We do it with you, for you, plug in all your content. We leverage AI to write it if you don't have it. So with the current development of a lot of access to not only ChatGPT, but other AI builders out there, there's no reason for you to not be able to produce this. You get one landing page set up. We design it. We help you with everything. If you have a WordPress site, we have some awesome recommendations for page builders that you can plug and play. You get access to that monthly marketplace where you can get free leads. We do monthly trainings where you jump on with us. What's happening inside of your CRM? How can we help you? What are the next steps? You go to Fast Cash coaching calls. I do those calls. Andrew does those calls. Thomas, who's another marketing expert, does those calls. There is too much help available to you as a support system to be able to do this. You get access to an online course that has how-to guides and also more additional training. All of that for $297 a month. I haven't seen anything out there that beats it. So especially with hands-on help, ongoing coaching and support.
All right. So where do you want them to go?
Go to askrms.com/start. I just put a link there into the chat and you're ready to go.
And if you aren't sure and you have questions, I've just put the main office line in there. Definitely call in the office and tell them you have some questions. You're not sure what the right fit is, and they will take it from there. Also, if you have not ever been to the Millionaire Intensive in Marketplace, I put the link in there as well in the chat. It's asklaurel.com/event. You should definitely come because you will get a lot more foundational stuff, both with wealth building, with the marketing, with setting up your structure so you're living corporate life properly, making more, keeping more of your money, and earning more money on your money. So if you have not attended, come for the whole day. Be Laurel's guest. That link will let you in for without any money. You can just register and come tomorrow. Or if you have been, come to the marketplace tomorrow. Get there around 2:30 so you can get a refresher on Ask Tell Ask. And then we'll be off and running in the marketplace.
Yep,
If you have more than
absolutely.
25 contacts, it just adds on a little bit more.
Yeah, if you have more than 2,500, well, here's a strategy. What we would recommend first is where are those 2,500 contacts from, and let's clean the list. I can't tell you how many times we've looked at a list come in with 1,000, 2,500, even 10,000 contacts, and it gets reduced dramatically because they're outdated, they're old, there's misspelled contacts. This happens all the time, especially if you're converting them from business cards or from any other type of material and typing them in. There's misspellings. The .coms gets misspelled, the @ is misplaced. There's all kinds of different things. And later down the line, yeah, there's all kinds of things that happen. What I would say is if there's a couple of intricacies there where you believe that maybe you need the next level of help, just schedule some time with our team. We'd be happy to do a one-on-one with you, take a look and see what you have in terms of assets. How big is your database list? What do you currently have in terms of a website, landing pages, that kind of a thing? And we'd be able to help you plug and play into our system. So absolutely.
Hey, Steve, can you put up that slide one more time that shows what they get for it? So I don't know, but just the landing page setup, guys, you're speaking at least, and I'm talking having it done overseas, taking probably a month or two, at least $1,500 to $2,000. Just that one piece pays, I mean, it's just crazy. And then do a campaign setup, unbelievable. That again is another at least $1,500, $2,000. So when you try to look at a value here, this is literally giving you 10 times value for a very, very small monthly fee. Just looking at a couple of the items that you get, this is virtually impossible to find anywhere else, period. Just no matter how you look at it.
Yep.
And I think a lot of the reasoning behind that, Jeff, is we know how crucial it is for you to start. And we know how crucial it is for you to have a foundation to be able to scale and bring in more business. So a lot of you will spend 3 to 6 months simply doing the campaign. And then you'll spend just as much time getting that landing page created and done and rolling and that kind of a thing. So trust a system that has worked not only for Laurel, but for a lot of businesses to be successful. And again, you can pick your path. You can go and the challenge is, going with a different system and going with a different team and moving at your own pace. One of the things that always comes up is a friend of mine, his name was Omar, and he was in my fraternity together during our time at the University of Nevada, Reno, and we could never get to the next step inside of organization or schedule events because every single time I asked him, hey, when are we going to get this done? What's the thing that's going to take us to the next level? He would come back and say, well, maybe tomorrow. So it was funny when we crossed in our fraternity, he was nicknamed Maybe Tomorrow because he could never make a decision. He just wouldn't say, yes, let's do it. Let's jump in, trust the process, trust the system. So he kept snowballing that effect to maybe tomorrow. So are you in the same boat? You keep telling yourself maybe tomorrow is where I'll start. We live in a time right now where you can make so much money online with virtual selling, with this CRM, to be able to live the lifestyle that you want, to be able to have the things that you want. And the one thing that's stopping you is having something that is put together all in one that will help you take you there. Stop working in spreadsheets, stop scanning business cards, stop doing all these archaic, weird things, and just get to a system that is going to be that virtual assistant to take you to the next step. So yeah, Laurel, anything else you want to say about that?
If you want to be successful, you get a database. So go to the links. Love to help you. Those of you on YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification button, stay out here with us. We're here to help you every day. Learn to make money, like for real. There's a lot of people who say they'll do it. We do it. You just have to do everything we say. And if you don't start with a database, you're going to have a harder time. Much harder time.
Yep.
All right. And then tomorrow, we're just making this one short because yesterday we had an Ask Laurel, today. And then tomorrow we are 10 to 6. So I'm making it a little shorter today, but look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow and come with an offer. And if you don't have an offer, we'll help you get one. Between 1 and 3, we'll help you set up for the marketplace and get a price and get an offer. Then 3 to 6, you sell. And guess what? Even if you don't make a lot of money or hardly any money, you get names, phone numbers, and emails to start practicing your offers on. So it becomes a focus group. It's critical.
Awesome. Thanks
All
everybody.
right. Appreciate you guys. And I'll see you all tomorrow because I'll be on screen. And appreciate our team. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Go check out askrms.com/start and then get on your calendar if you have any other questions, and we'll do a one-on-one. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you at the Millionaire Intensive. Have a good one.